All right, guys. I know I have some controversial opinions here, and some of my past videos have some pretty based points and opinions, and this might be my riskiest one yet. But a few years ago, I was listening to the radio and I was distracted doing something else. I can't remember what it was, but a Nickelback song came on. This is how you remind me, photograph, not sure, don't care. And in my distracted state, I allowed myself to listen to it, and in the background, caught myself enjoying it. Now, I know, pitchforks up in the air, that is insane. Oh my god, Palps likes Nickelback. And the more I thought about it and questioned what that was, the more I kind of realized, the more I wanted to explore after their many years in the doghouse of being universally hated. Maybe it's time to reevaluate and let them back into the circle. So, okay, first of all, with Nickelback, let's briefly go over the main criticisms of the band. First one being every song sounds the same. We'll touch more on that in a minute. And another thing would be they're not deserving of the fame. A lot of people think they got to their level of popularity without earning it. Another point would be the argument is there's no originality. They all kind of just play off the same formulaic method for song creation, kind of that butt rock, hard rock, exploiting a genre and following a strictly developed format. And on top of that, another critique would be they never matured with age. They continued to do the same type of music. Another criticism would be Chad Kroeger is a freaking weirdo. And I can back that up. He seems like a weird guy, has a bunch of weird interviews. But I think the primary issue with Nickelback is everyone hates them because everyone else hates them. It's the bandwagon effect. Now, earlier when I mentioned myself catching myself enjoying a Nickelback song, I don't think it's necessarily that I'm a huge fan of their type of music and I like that genre. I think it was more of a nostalgic appreciation. I was doing something, I'm closing in on 30, and I heard a song that took me back to like middle school, elementary, whatever, high school. And in that moment, I hadn't heard that song in a long time. And I didn't go to, oh, that's Nickelback, I hate them. I went back to, oh, I remember that era of my life. And I think this is the beginning phases of my boomer transition. My young millennial larva caterpillar self is now morphing and will soon develop into the butterfly boomer that I am to become. And I think that the first step of that is relying on nostalgia and proposing the argument of music used to be better in my day. Sadly, Nickelback's the option. But that's the thing you hear a lot of boomers say is like, oh yeah, back in my day I used to love this music or blah, blah, blah. This was the shit back then. And now I see that happening to me. So I think I'm going to be brave and take the stance of I'm okay with Nickelback and I'm all right with letting them back into the circle. Now, going back on those points I mentioned, reasons why people don't like them. All their songs sound the same and they're not deserving of the fame. First of all, I hate to shatter your world. In terms of all the music sounding the same, it's because it's the same guy talking. It's the same lead singer. Every song is sung by the same guy, and it's a genre of rock. Are you going to tell me that's any different from the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Are you going to say that not all the those songs sound the same with Anthony Kiedis? You could say the same thing about My Chemical Romance, Gerard Way. Like they all sound the same because it's the same dude singing the song and they're the same genre. I think that's kind of stupid. I think that's kind of a dumb argument. And in terms of no originality and they're kind of formulaic, yeah, this is a capitalist society and they found a market that's extremely lucrative doing a certain type of music that they might enjoy. Of course, they're going to keep doing what they enjoy and what's turning a profit. And if as many people hated Nickelback as the populace acts in terms of shunning them, I think we'd find a lot of liars exist in the world because They're the best-selling band of the 2000s. So already some of y'all are out there lying, say you hate them. And they're the best-selling band of the 21st century, right behind the Beatles. So we can all say we hate Nickelback and all this, but a lot of y'all are liars. Y'all are low-key looking at photographs in the back. Look at this graph! Singing into your hairbrush saying this is how you remind me. So don't try and pull that shit. And never matured with age. I could see that now. I'm not going to listen to any of their new stuff because, like, why would I? You know, they've kind of aged and whatnot. And I don't think I'm interested in that at all. Plus, if I were to listen to Nickelback, it would probably just be for those big hits that came out when they were new and fresh and made me nostalgic and think of my middle school years and whatnot, because that was cool. I remember when they came out when they were cool before they were old enough to even be labeled as shitty. Kind of like how Imagine Dragons was cool when they came out at first, but now, you know, there's that meme of they're taking the keys from Nickelback and continuing in the tradition. One of the gripes I can get behind is Chad Kroeger being a weirdo. I mean, that dude looks like a meth head and ramen noodles had a baby. Straight up the Nicolas Cage of the music industry. No other way I can describe that one. I think it's okay to reflect on nostalgic moments and appreciate things and also not be a sheep and just hate things because everyone else has hated them for so long now. Do things because you actually don't believe in it, not for fear of what people are going to think of you and critique. I know I have this dusty drum set behind me that I occasionally play. I'll play along to songs that I would never typically listen to because I like the beat of the drum, and there's a certain rhythm that's more fun to play than others. And surprisingly, Nickelback's one of them. So not really listening to the lyrics, but I'm playing it along to it because the drum cadence is something I find fun. So I don't know. Maybe it's time I take a stand and say, you know what? I'm gonna let Nickelback back into my circle. I'm not going to be so vindictive. I'm going to allow them to exist in my eyes. So I'm going to give them a chance and make sure if I'm going to dislike something or someone, I'm going to do it on my own and not just because a bunch of people tell me to. So anyway, guys, super spicy topic, I know. Hate me if you want, that's cool, but I'm going to be the first one to say it. So y'all have a great day. Bye.